Are you a South African musician trying to figure out why major labels are no longer signing as much? So in this episode, I plan on demystifying some opinions on just that. Now, basically a record label is an entity that invests in musicians in order to help monetize those musicians, and on the other side, they make money from this. So in essence, it's like a bank or an investment firm for musicians. Their main product is not the artist itself, but the music made by the artists. So the very first reason why they're not signing as much is linked to they are after the money and they don't want something risky. In general, when you are investing, you want something that is less risky and has high returns. So this effectively means that they are more or less signing things that are more or less already established. So music that is already trending on TikTok, trending on Spotify, on multiple playlists, those are the type of artists they are going for. Gone are the days where they will just go to some random show, sit at the back and just sign someone. I'm not even sure if they ever did that, but that was basically how it was sold. So effectively they want something proven, and the best way to do this is to look at trends such as on Spotify, if a song has multiple plays and is on multiple playlists, or if the song is already trending on a platform such as TikTok. Now, you have to understand that record labels do have multiple people continuously checking out this data, and if your song is trending, you are more likely to get signed by a label or a major label. That is. I recently listened to a podcast, I'm not too sure which one it is, most likely the DIY Musician podcast by CD Baby, and the fact is the record label industry is moving towards signing single songs instead of full artists and albums that they may release. What does this effectively mean? That the record label is less likely to pay more money and can leverage songs that are already trending. Think of many one-hit wonders. They have an album, but only one of those songs actually blows up. This is something the record label has finally picked up on, and since they can now focus on that one song instead of signing the whole artist, they give an artist some kind of deal to say, okay, we want to sign this song and we'll push the song as much as financially viable, and we'll see in the future on how we'll go about progressing if we can get some traction from this single song. Another trend that is showing itself is back catalog. Music that was made long ago is actually being played a lot more than newer music from the late 2010s up until roughly 2023. So what labels are realizing is if it is better for them to purchase catalogs from long ago. The recent example is Justin Bieber's whole catalog being bought. Instead of putting in money for new musicians, they are focusing on back catalog, because at the end of the day, record labels are there to make money. This change in how the industry is currently working is actually helping out more independent musicians, because the fact is when a record label comes, more or less you have more to say to them, you have a little more leverage, because you can say, okay, I've got 1 million streams on Spotify, I've already got everything running on TikTok, so my advertising is already on point. So how can you as a record label come to me and tell me how can you progress what is currently running really well? So now the power is slightly shifting towards independent musicians. Now I'm not saying that go ahead and look for a record label, but I'm not actually saying don't go for a record label either. What is the main objective is to get musicians to make more music, to get more people to listen to their music, because at the end of the day, the record deal and the record label is not the ultimate objective. The main objective is to make music that resonates with people, and after the fact, to make money from that music that you're actually making. But with that said, musicians no longer need record labels to get their music out as they did back in the day, and that's most likely why the record labels are struggling with the new changes and the trends in the current music industry. But if you want to know how many streams you need to make 1,000 Rand, watch this video.